Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 436. My name is Will, a small Mexican chihuahua. Joining me as always is Ben, who is ordering milk at the bar. Hi, Ben.
What's up?
And of course, Atticus is here. Atticus has been dropping escrow into a black hole for 6 months. Hi, Atticus.
Hello. I really liked this episode.
Yeah. This episode rules. This is a show currently about Twin Peaks. Today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 6, called Demons. We also have a Patreon where we release a bonus hangout show every week. That's over on patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton. All right, lads. Tag yourself gifted or damned.
Gifted.
Well, someone's got to be
Guess that
damned.
makes you
and I
damned.
suppose that's me. Yeah, nose goes on damned. Whoops. Yeah, this episode rocks. There's a big old lore background that we get for how the world of Twin Peaks works. We get some knockout performances here. And what I think is really cool about it is that this is not a Mark Frost or David Lynch directed or written episode. This is, in fact, directed by Leslie Linka Glatter and written by Harley Payton and Robert Engels. This aired November 3rd, 1990. And yeah, I feel like, let me just get into it. We've got a lot to cover. So here is the Margaret Lanterman intro. Sometimes we want to hide from ourselves. We do not want to be us. It is too difficult to be us. It is at these times that we turn to drugs and alcohol or behavior to forget that we are ourselves. This is, of course, only a temporary solution to a problem which is going to keep returning. And sometimes these temporary solutions are worse for us than the original problem. Yes, it is a dilemma. Is there an answer? Of course there is. A wise person once said with a smile, the answer is within the question. My dog Marty absolutely thrashing during the intro for this episode. Swapping out his penguin toy for just kicking us instead. He's the man. Shout out to Marty. All right, let's start with returning to where we left off with Harold, Maddie, and Donna. Harold advances on Maddie and Donna with the garden rake, wavering between depression and anger as he curses Donna out for betraying his trust, accusing her of being unclean and having contaminated him. As he closes the distance, he reaches out for the diary, demanding that the two of them return it to him. And by the way, I texted you guys this, so please react as if I hadn't. But by the way, Laura's secret diary, more like a diary of a Twimpy kid.
That's great.
Thank you. Maddie starts screaming, and just then James bursts into the room. He bursts into the room and tackles Harold. Maddie immediately makes a beeline for the door, dropping the diary in the process. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's worth mentioning the other thing you posted sort of about, or you texted us sort of about this scene, which I think is a good takedown of Howard. That he's a little lay random, perhaps.
He's a little bit quirky.
I would say that he
I found a rake
he's a
in the
Reddit
garage
individual before 90s.
Yeah.
Or before,
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I was acting out my own little Harold scene in the garage earlier. Yeah, Donna scrambles to grab the diary, but Harold is slightly faster and clutches it tightly to himself as the trio escapes.
It would suck to get tackled in your own house. You get a bunch of high schoolers who break into your place, and then boom, some punk.
They leave, and you got to clean up your own stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta, I don't know, admonish Donna here. She has fumbled two really solid opportunities to keep the diary.
I don't think she wants it.
Yeah, like she had her hands on it twice. And you're at the 99. You're at the goal line here, Donna. Don't like. You're gonna need to bring that in.
You're at the goal line, and like, yeah, and almost like in a literal sense, because as soon as you step out the door, you're home free from this guy. Yeah. It's been established.
Can't do anything.
Can't chase you.
Yeah. Or he's so committed to the bit that he won't.
Yeah. So, come on. Show a little bit more stickiness on the fingers. Let's hold on to that diary, huh? Donna says that it was all her fault and begs James to hold and console her while a very upset Maddie watches them from a distance. Inside his house, a clearly distraught Harold tries to take his mind off what just happened through frantically keeping himself busy with garden work, but he's unable to focus and starts screaming and crying in anguish.
He's got to do later, like Maddie. You're supposed to do like a thing before you jump into distraction. You know, you got to do box breathing. You got to do like a grounding thing. You can't just like have something traumatic happen and then like I'm gonna do like a jigsaw puzzle. You know.
Yeah. We all knew that, of course. Yes.
I don't do that.
Okay. Oh, I don't do. You know that stuff's. You know.
Is that fake?
What?
Calming yourself down, is that even possible? That's fake, right? You can't. That's not. That's.
Yes, it's a scam.
Okay, good. Later, Maddie drives off on her own, leaving James and Donna behind. James suggests that the three of them should stick together from now on to keep each other safe. And we get the song again. The song plays, Just You and I plays during the scene. And shout out to a listener who made the very good joke, Just You All, Everybody, and I. Pretty good.
Nice.
Combining our favorite two songs from my favorite two television programs. Cooper arrives at the book house with Audrey in tow. Upon close inspection, he notices track marks on her arm showing that she has been injected with heroin. She stirs and eventually regains consciousness, saying that she had prayed for Cooper to save her. And, you know, it is Cooper's job probably to rescue her, or like it's not like it's good of him to rescue her. I am gonna ask that you stop touching her face so much. Like, don't think we need to be doing that.
Grab a doctor. Your job is done at this stage.
Yep.
Cooper, she's laced. Her face is laced with fentanyl, and then he has a panic attack and keels over.
At the station, Cooper reconvenes with Harry, who has identified Jean Renault, and brings up the surveillance tape he and Blackie had been watching. So, Harry knew there was a third, much more dangerous Renault brother this whole time and didn't mention it. Interesting. All right. Thanks, Harry. How helpful.
Any more Canadians we need to know about?
Yeah. Is there like a fourth brother too? Like, how many Renaults are there going to be? If there's anybody I guess. Sorry, Harry, I didn't ask you if there are like major criminals like closely related to this case. I feel like you would have maybe like volunteered that, but since we're on the subject, is there any other obvious villains we should be paying attention to here in the area? Cooper tells Harry about Audrey's condition and condition is fine, but it kind of sort of seems like, oh, she's got that disease where you're addicted to heroin. But yeah, he laments that because he has broken FBI protocol by crossing the Canadian border twice, he has put her life in danger. That's what you're feeling guilty about, dude.
It's never stopped
about
any of
crossing
your
the border.
Colleagues before.
Yeah. We know this is for the boys at the CIA. Harry reassures Cooper by telling him that he is the best lawman he has ever met. That's very funny. In concrete terms, what has Cooper actually done so far? Like, his job wise. As far as breaks in the case go.
Made an in with a high school girl.
Uh-huh.
Solved the murder, forgot who did it, but did solve it.
Partial credit for knowing who the killer was momentarily. Albert did like the forensic analysis and was like, all right, here's like what's going on. I guess he like looked under the fingertips, but like anyone or, a coroner would have gotten there.
He did put a lot of stuff in motion through some of the early Tibetan guessing stuff, rock throwing stuff,
But that's just sort of like shaking things up.
Yeah,
hardly.
Probably, I could probably do that too. Put me in the show.
He's kind of just wandering around and like, yeah. That's less like calculated, but he's the best lawman.
He's become friends with the locals. Friends with the locals, Other people have struggled to do that.
Yeah, it's not like doing much, but yes. Cooper meets with Ben in the darkened dining room of the Great Northern Hotel with the ransom money in hand. He informs Ben that she had been held hostage by Blackie. Informs Ben that Audrey has been held hostage by Blackie at One-Eyed Jack's and repeatedly drugged. When Ben asks if Blackie was apprehended, he responds by telling him that she was murdered by Jean Renaud. And I feel like Cooper kind of, at least I hope Cooper kind of knows Ben's up to something or Ben's kind of involved. It seems like he's studying his face pretty intently during this, watching his reactions, and Ben's doing oh gosh, isn't that just terrible? Has she been apprehended?
Was she caught? No? Oh, damn.
Oh, that's a shame.
Was he caught? Oh, shit.
Shelley and Bobby discuss Leo's current living arrangements with an insurance agent who compliments them on taking care of the disabled man. He hands them their first welfare check for Leo, but they are disheartened to discover that after deducting Leo's living costs, they are receiving far less money than they had planned. The two have an argument, concluding when Bobby storms out of the house. So
$750, I believe, is the number that they get a month, and they were hoping for something a little closer to $5,000.
They were expecting $5,000 a month.
Which, damn, that would have been great. I mean, I'd be trying to ruse too. That would have been great in 1999 money or whatever.
Yeah. Just for. But I suppose
I kind of had a hard time guessing. Like, okay, if you made $750 in 2025 money, not good. But $750 in 1990 whatever money.
1990.
How bad is that? Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, I guess it is bad, but like maybe it's not that bad.
Let's see, $750 in this was like April, right? April 1990. In September 2025, no data available. Oh, maybe it's because I need to go to last month. That's going to be like $2,000 a month.
That's doable, maybe.
That's doable.
I think
it's not like
it's doable.
Yeah. I mean, like Shelley quit her job. For doing nothing. For like if you were like just on the side taking it in, that'd be probably fine. But like you're expecting.
It's two people, yeah. If you're expecting $5,000, yeah, okay. Sorry, what is $5,000 in 2025 money?
That'd be $12,500 a month.
Okay, yeah. Put. I'll be offering myself up. You can do the Leo thing to me.
All right. we'll keep that in mind. Bobby hits the troll face, the famous troll face, in the argument here. But I just love. I wish we get more Bobby this season because he's so great.
he's been busy, like off, doing dumb schemes. But yeah, you're right. He's been.
He does this. Donna tries to inform Harry about Laura's secret diary at the police station, but Harry remains skeptical after the last time she, Maddie, and James tried involving themselves in the case. Harry tells her, this is like the boy who cried wolf. And I gotta say, Harry, in what way is this like the boy who cried wolf? Because I'm pretty sure they've been right about stuff so far. They're trying to bring stuff to your attention and you're ignoring them.
This is the boy who cried wolf.
If there were wolves every time.
If there were wolves every time, but we were kind of getting annoyed of that. Just let a couple wolves
We wish there were wolves. Yeah. Stop telling us about the wolves.
We know there are wolves. It's getting annoying.
They are interrupted by a man looking for Harry, yelling practically every word he says. The man, speaking loudly due to his deafness, introduces himself as Gordon Cole, Cooper's supervisor at the FBI. Let's go. He has come to the station to deliver Albert's reports on his behalf, detailing the vicuna coat of Cooper's shooter, the uniqueness of the one-armed man's drug, and that the papers recovered near the train tracks from the beginning of the investigation were from someone's diary. He's interrupted by the arrival of Hawk, dragging Gerard, the one-armed man, with him. The four men move into the sheriff's office to interrogate Gerard. Okay, so...
Damn. Where did David Lynch find this guy that looks exactly like David Lynch?
There's the one-armer now! And points to Gerard. It's pretty good. That's not person first at all.
That's not person first at all, yeah. There's the man who's a one armor.
This is a giant performance. I mean, Gordon Cole is so good. Like it would be I think for like any other like guy to drop himself into a show, his own show, like it could be really annoying for you to do that.
Yeah.
But
who would be the most annoying?
I mean, it's every Tarantino self. Like
that's true. Yes.
Anytime that even though like his movies might be good, but like anytime Tarantino's on screen, you're like, find someone else, dude. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this. But David I have Lynch all the time in the world for Gordon
dropping
Cole.
Himself into Twin Peaks so that Gordon Cole can say the N-word a bunch of times. That would be the Tarantino style.
Right. Yeah. Coop, I need to see your toes. Get them out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, other stuff. I mean, Shyamalan self cameos are. I don't have a problem with those. I like those. But like, who else gives themselves like a huge? I mean, like Bradley Cooper directs himself, like casts himself as the star, but also he's Bradley Cooper, and so like,
where do you fit in Stan Lee into this?
Stan Lee, yeah, he's not really a director though.
I know, but where do you fit him in as on the approval scale?
I mean, I don't really watch the movies that much. So I thought he's just kind of a guy walking in background most of the time, isn't he?
Sometimes it's really obnoxious. And I only know that because we were rewatching Into the Spider-Verse, and it was like a scene with him. You're like, oh my god.
Wasn't it the case that like it was like horrific elder abuse on that guy or something?
I thought he was potentially like creepy, and like there was a counter narrative about. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't hear about that.
Well, he's dead now. So
this is a darker one, but like Was it Hermann Goring? Was he the guy who made the Nazi propaganda? Who's the guy?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
I think
Did he
so.
put himself in his stuff?
Jesus.
Because it's like a documentary-ish stuff, propaganda.
This one's a little bit more fun, but James Cameron draws Rose in Titanic.
That's
Oh.
sus, though. It was like her first day on set, right? And he was
I
like,
didn't know that part.
I'm gonna need to get those things out and let me draw you.
Does James Cameron make himself an avatar? That'd be pretty tight.
There's an avatar that's just a foot taller than the rest of them. And you're like, all right.
I would be suspicious about some of these cameos being a little bit like the zipline sketch. I think you should leave that, like, oh, the
He's
stunt
just
I
there.
do, I have to be on the top of the building, and I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I got to rehearse again.
I mean, that was the case. Well, this is tough. But again, Tarantino was like, oh, it's got to be me who strangles. What's her name? Why don't I say? Is her name Diane Krieger? But in Inglourious Bastards, the blonde
Diane Kruger. Yeah, Kruger.
Is that her?
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's got to be me who's strangling her.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know, man.
No, it doesn't.
I kind of don't think so, bruh. But yeah, so I think David Lynch is far out. Like he's having fun, and also, but like elevating the project significantly. Not that like it was hurting without his presence there, but like it's like it's wonderful to see this on screen. The Gordon Cole character, and like him knowing himself as an actor to not just like yeah, he's an oddball and he's goofy, but he like knows how to play that and turn it into something entertaining, not just like, self I don't know, congratulatory, or like just for him to, personally have a good time. It's a really good employment of his persona.
If he had done it, Tarantino would have made himself in Twin Peaks. He would have made himself Bob
Jacoby,
which was that's true, Jacoby. But he probably, I feel like real answer is he would have made himself Bob. But yeah, also Jacoby for the fun of it.
Yeah, it would be very annoying for him to make himself Bob. That'd be a very, very, very annoying choice.
Spooky guy.
And it's the same like backstory though, because he's like, oh, I just like saw myself on set, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm perfect. I'm so creepy and perfect.
Fuck that guy. He's like done making movies, right? Or no, he says he's not because he counts Kill Bill 1 and 2 as one movie.
I thought he was making a new movie. He's making a 10th movie.
Right, but he thinks he has only made 9 movies.
There's absolutely no way that guy ever stops
the writer
until
one
he's
will
killed.
be the 10th. Yeah. Don't say that now.
Ben visits Audrey in a room in the hotel, but his attempts to comfort her are coldly rejected, as she subtly hints that she is aware of her father's dealings. She asks if she can be taken home by Cooper alone, but Ben invites himself along for the drive. Something cool happening here when they mentioned the Thorne home, we get Audrey to her own bed kind of stuff. It threw me for a loop because we've only ever seen them like at the hotel. I just kind of assumed the family lives at the hotel, like they're eating like family meals there. But I guess of course they have a house.
Classic.
They would have a house.
Classic.
Teacher doesn't live at school.
Evil trope. Yeah. Oh, everybody just assumes we live at the hotel. No, we don't. We have a house, and it's just as messed up as the hotel, just as dysfunctional.
But I guess like we see like, Audrey there before school, after school, at night. Like she's definitely slept there before. Like I bet like really she for all intents and purposes does like live at the hotel, and it kind of shows that like
Sure.
the all-consuming like nature of Ben's business kind of just like takes over their lives. It's all part of Ben's scheme, sort of thing.
Being a hotel kid, probably. And actually, no, I take that back. I can think now. I just remembered some very notable hotel kids in our society, and they're bad people. I was going to say it seems like it'd be cool, but never mind.
What did Zach and Cody do?
Wasn't thinking of them. That's true. Those guys.
Who are the hotel kids?
well, Don Jr. and Eric and all those freaks.
Okay, gotcha. I got that Paris Hilton. Okay,
Yeah.
People being raised in hotels is what I'm sort of thinking.
Raised.
Yeah, I was
raised
thinking about the Florida Project.
I was mostly I was thinking of Eric. Maybe he wasn't really in the hotel that much, but he probably was in the hotel a lot.
Those
Hotel kid, it does kind of
running around the hotel.
It does. Maybe this is just kid mindset, but it does seem cool to. Is 100% kid mindset, but it does seem cool.
No, it would be cool
to grow up in a hotel. You get free breakfast every morning.
A hotel like that, like I mean,
a tight hotel. Yeah,
you are supposed to give free breakfast.
Well, you get free breakfast every year. But it'd be nicer.
Is your mom charging you for pancakes?
It'd be nicer than probably nicer than what you get at home.
Although I guess back in this, the Great Northern would be a good hotel to grow up in. Like,
sure.
I don't know, like a bad Howard Johnson in the Midwest. Not so much, I don't think. I don't want to grow up at the Hojo. Nadine returns home to show off several new clothes to Big Ed, asking when her parents will... Several new clothes, that's weird. Several clothes. I wouldn't say that.
I've got several of them.
Yeah, I have several clothes.
Several clothes.
Pieces of clothing to Big Ed, asking when her parents will return home from Europe. Ed continues playing along with her mental state as Nadine jumps all over the room, suggesting that they pretend to be married in more way than one.
Oh, fun.
Interesting.
Yeah, again, Nadine, worst hang of all time.
You're putting a lot of blame on Nadine, I gotta say.
I'm not saying it's her fault.
I don't think she's that bad, to be honest. I don't think she's that bad. I think she's a good character. I wouldn't be hanging out with her in this state. I'd be, you're gonna have to stay in the hospital.
Well, that's all we're saying.
That's what we're saying, dude.
In this
well,
state,
you were saying
that
but you've been saying that she's been a bad hang for weeks now. You've been saying that she was bad hang before she had her new disability.
She's bad hang. I defend this.
I don't want to hang. I disagree. I think she'd probably. I mean,
she's even worse hang.
Disagree.
Now.
I don't know. I don't think she's that
She
bad.
was like, you could get through a conversation with her probably. Just a little intense before the incident.
I think Ed's a little goofy too, to be honest though. I think Nadine, goofy. But like Ed's like, well, you want some
everyone in
gas
this
with
town
that?
is a little goofy.
Okay. Ed might be the best hang in the show.
I don't think
It's kind of off the top of my head, but like, who are we trying to chill with?
I don't know.
Harry doesn't seem too bad either.
No, Harry could hang. I like Harry.
Bobby would be. You'd want Bobby at the party potentially. You wouldn't want to like one-on-one, but you'd want him like to show up at some point.
Definitely not a one-on-one. Who's your Twin Peaks blunt rotation? I think we go in Harry. Not Cooper. Cooper's a briefcase kid.
I'll go judge mode. Sid, I would say Sid number 1,
I
Sid
mean,
number 2, Sid number 3.
Sid. Yeah, starting rotation is all Sid. We don't really know anything about Sid, but I just get a good vibe from Sid.
Yeah. Seems like a good character. Just reading in, really deep character.
Mm-hmm. Knows how to make a good cocktail.
You know, funny thing, I guess Atticus doesn't. There's another character that looks like Sid who we'll see soon.
Hey, more people looking like Sid, the better.
I would add to the list, yeah.
Who else are we trying to chill with? I feel like season 1 Andy isn't like the worst hang.
Hawk you'd want, right?
Don't know about that.
Oh, Hawk, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Hawk's a good one, yeah. Hawk is a good one.
Hawk.
The realistic answer is that we would all move to Twin Peaks and we'd become friends with like the principal or whatever who's crying at the beginning of the first episode. Hey guys, want to come over and play some poker?
We'd be like the only ones going to school.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go to Roadhouse tonight? On a Thursday night?
I want to round up the starting 4 of the rotation. We've got Harry, we've got Sid, we've got Hawk, and who else?
I might pick. You guys aren't gonna like this, but I might pick the judge too.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
What did I say? I knew you guys wouldn't like it, but
he's fish lipping the doob. I'm not gonna like that. He's hanging on to that thing. It's Puff Puff Pass, bro. Come on, Stonewood.
Like, what kind of like hangout do we want? Do we want it to be like fun, or do you want me to be like really annoying? It's like, why are you even asking?
I mean, yeah. I mean, and they can't have like. I feel like Sid is fun. You gotta get.
What about
hang out
Doc
with Sid?
Hayward?
He seems all right. No, but like,
he's gonna like want to talk about the old days a lot. I feel like.
Sure.
How about Manic Leland? If we can get Leland in like doing Kids Elite Ivy 2 mode.
What if
like kind of just to get things.
You know the worst guy to have in your group, the worst / best guy to have in your group, but mostly the worst would be Jerry Horn.
Yeah. Definitely.
That would be rough.
I mean, you got stuff to do all the time with him, but he would
bring
that was
the
such
snacks,
a fun night. We should get
imagine biting into the baguette.
Ooh, I just came back from Shangri-La. He's coming. He's always constantly coming back from places that nobody goes anymore. Casablanca. When was the last time you heard somebody going to Casablanca outside of the movie? Not anymore. Nobody goes there.
It's just
Jerry Horn.
Just
probably
Jerry.
does.
Mm-hmm.
Shangri-La.
I feel like Hank could be a good. Pete. Definitely Pete. Pete in the mix.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a hard lock. That's the best 4. That's a Harry, Hank, Sid.
Yeah, that's a good.
Pete. Like those are the boys right there. And Sid.
I would probably do Hawk, Sid, Pete, Josie.
What about David Lynch's character?
Tough hang, a bit kind of tough. I mean, fun. I think I am kind of taking up this space that he takes up because of my relative volume, and I think that it would be tough on everybody else if we're both in the same room.
I'm sort of the leader of this group. Laura, okay, we've for honorable reasons we've discounted all of the
dead teenagers,
the teenagers, but Laura would be pretty interesting. Ghost Laura. A lot of stories.
Do you remember like the discourse when someone was like, "Oh, it's too bad Laura Palmer died because I would have been like hanging out and doing coke with her." Remember? Careful, don't get us into trouble.
Say that. Not say that. No, I don't remember that. Okay, interesting. Connect me with that person.
I don't want to be in the James Maddie Donna group.
That's true.
Like I appreciate them from afar. But like I'm not interested in hang. Sorry. Actually, me, Pete, and Sid are gonna go do something. We actually had something going on.
We're definitely.
But the point is, you
forgetting
can't.
some good people though.
You can't. Yeah, I'm sure there's some obvious ones, but you can't have Sid and Judge Sternwood in the same hang sesh. Is the thing.
Okay.
They're gonna be all over each other.
What about Jacoby?
No.
I think it would be pretty nice
He's
to
got
like
the
for him to
music.
know that the hangout happened and that he didn't get an invite. I would like it to word to get back to him.
For Jacoby?
Yeah.
He's probably got a best. He's probably, if you had to guess who's got the best hangout den in their house, though, it's probably Jacoby. He's got the surround
it's gonna be
sound
like
system.
sticky.
Who's got the best weed?
I
Pete?
disagree. It's gonna be
no. It would
Jacoby's,
be Jacoby.
Jacoby's.
You
got
would be
like a
hanging
pool-
out with
a
him
pool table.
for
his stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
his stuff. Yeah. It's like it's the
He's got
you
an
do
old-fashioned Coke
sleepovers
bottle
at
machine.
his house. Yeah, but you're not like get that good of friends with him. He's because he's got the GameCube sort of thing.
Are you imagining that you're fifth graders? You're hanging out with fifth grader Jacoby, or are you imagining? Well, are you doing
I thought it
an
was a
adult-
one rotation.
adult-
An
Are
analog.
you doing an adult sleepover at Jacoby's house? You mentioned a sleepover. That's why I'm asking.
I'm just you know how do you if you I feel like I had a friend or two who I wasn't like that close with, but we'd always do sleepovers at their house because of their cool stuff, and I'm just making that connection.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, I'm not saying like suddenly we're all 11.
That's an interesting thing to grow out of too, to look back on and be like, you know what? It was good to not be like the house person, you know? Because like, who wants to be hung out with just because you have a cool house? It's good to take
nice.
advantage of someone else's house, you know? That's the way it's you should be.
that you're there on your own merits. You're not. Yeah, that's true.
I wanted to be the house person, but I'm glad I wasn't, you know?
I was neither the house person nor any of the other other people. No, that's
no
not true.
sleepovers.
No, I did sleepovers.
Saying it like that.
Yeah.
What kind of sleepovers did you do? What was going on at your sleepovers? In your
Playing-
Disney basement.
Pool. Watching football.
At night?
Yeah, nighttime
Like-
football.
Like
College
midnight football?
I mean, we're little kids. You're a little kid. You can't stay up that late. 9 p.m.'s late. 10 p.m.'s late. You
We
know,
were kids watching.
college
college
football.
That
Yeah.
sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks.
You didn't watch college football when you were a kid?
No.
What?
No, I was watching my kids. I was watching my friends who had video game
That's true.
consoles just play video games all the time and just beat the fuck out of each other. That's mostly what I was doing.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have good video games at my house, but we watched some football.
Is that what
Ping
jocks
pong.
did? Is that like you
Play
were with the jocks and
Ping
like
pong.
watching sports? That sounds that
I
you always
guess,
like
yeah.
watching Star Wars or something. You didn't like watch a movie or
Yeah, we watched a
watching
movie.
Football?
I guess, but
That's
we watched
crazy.
Watch football. People would come over and watch, Iowa game on Saturday or something, and then spend the night.
That's wild.
That is weird.
I don't know why that's so wild to me, but that is.
I don't know
why is that
either. I
wild?
can't put my finger on it.
We play pool, eat a frozen pizza, that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah, sure.
See, that's all right.
But then football on the TV.
Putting the football on.
What's so weird? About
That's
football?
like what adults do. That's like
It
Yeah, but they don't
requires so
spend the
much
night
patience
after.
to watch that.
Well, I don't know. We liked watching football. We play some football too. You know.
That makes more sense.
that makes more sense.
What's so weird about
Watching football
when
is
you're
so funny. I don't know.
Elementary school, high school, or not high school. Elementary
Like with
school,
your
maybe middle
friends
school.
watching football is really funny as like a child.
What do you? Why? Is
Well, just
that
like their high pitched voice is like,
Get a touchdown.
Oh
yeah, yeah. That's what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
kill myself if I don't get it.
yeah. Our defense is really bad this year. I can't believe they traded Saquon Barkley.
That is true.
That's
that
you.
We're like
Talking ball. You're like the Fortnite kids. With
11-year-olds talking about like they really need to fire Kirk Ferentz this year.
Exactly. Yeah. Knowing ball. The 9-year-old knowing ball is really funny.
Whatever.
You ever see and like the kid who randomly has like a very deep voice too. He's talking about football. Anyway, I don't know why it's so funny, but I can't wrap my head around watching really caring about like the Big 12 as a 10-year-old.
That's great. I really can't register at all. This was a very normal, common thing.
okay, kindergarten? You'd watch football?
Actually, probably, yeah.
Oh my god!
Some
I
of
was
the people,
doing
yeah.
a joke low grade.
I mean, honestly,
Preschool.
I don't know when I started doing. I feel like by the time I started doing sleepovers, yeah, you watch a football game for sure.
Did you were aware of the schedule? Like when
We're
you
not-
were like going to sleepovers, you were like, "Oh, Ben, do you want to come over this week or like Friday?" And you're like, "Well, let me just think. There is a game that day, so that should work with my schedule."
We weren't scheduling it, but I think it was like, yes, you're aware that like, oh, it's the Ohio State game. And we're going to have a sleepover on
Crazy.
Friday night and eat a pizza. Oh, my parents are going to take us out to eat a pizza. And then they'll bring us back home and we'll watch the football game.
And go straight to bed.
You didn't like stay up all night playing video games?
Well, that happened after. But you know what we played? We played NCAA football.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
Whatever.
It's not like mine was. I just watched my friend play World of Warcraft, and like my other two friends just beat the fuck out of each other, sort of thing. So it's not like
You didn't have a
It was
book club
fun.
instead.
right. Watching football seems very funny. Okay. Jonathan dresses himself after a sexual encounter with Josie. He hands her a one-way ticket back to Hong Kong, demanding that she be prepared to leave tonight, keeping whatever she can earn and fit into her suitcases. What? Keeping whatever she can earn? Keep whatever she can fit into her suitcases. How about that? Josie insists that she hasn't received the insurance money from the mill fire or any of the money Ben had promised her. Jonathan claims that Eckhart will offer her something much more valuable, which she balks at, refusing to leave. Jonathan surmises that she loves Harry and threatens to kill him and Josie if she isn't on the plane by midnight. So yeah, Josie seems to be in trouble.
Hate to be in one of those spots.
It's a tight spot. James approaches Maddie as she sits by a dock, offering to apologize for his behavior around her. Maddie correctly guesses that he became attracted to her because of her resemblance to Laura. She confides, she's like, yeah, I get that. We are played by the same actress. Maddie correctly guesses that he became attracted to her because of her resemblance to Laura. She confides that she and Laura were so close, it almost felt as if she could feel everything she felt.
Do you think
Once
Donna
Laura
knows
died-
about this little meetup? You know, James, where are you going this afternoon?
She's rowing by in like a rowboat. It's like,
Come on.
Come on. Yeah.
I thought we got through this. I thought I was so impressed with how I got through this. What are you doing?
Once Laura died, Maddie started feeling that everyone saw her as Laura, which she admits was fun for a while. She tells James that he and Donna are
your first guess. How's that not just your baseline assumption that like, yeah, a lot of people in this town are going to see me as their dead classmate who I look exactly the same as, instead of after. How many days did it take before she came into town for the funeral? Like at least a week at this point. Instead of after a week being like, I get the feeling that everybody kind of sees me as the same person as my cousin, and that's maybe why even the boys are falling in love with me.
I mean, again, Maddie has only been there. We don't have an exact date, I don't think, or count, but she showed up pretty. Didn't she show up kind of early in the show?
Yeah, pretty early. That's why I said a week.
Yeah,
it's somewhere around
and
there.
Cooper's only been there for 12 days, and she tells James that she only came in town for the funeral, which apparently must have just happened. Maybe she stayed like a week later after the funeral or something, which I guess makes more sense from like a why you're here sort of thing. But I still can't get over like the timeline of this show. I feel like we've been in this world for so long, but yeah, it's been fewer than 2 weeks. Maddie tells James that he and Donna are meant to be together. He rebukes this by comparing their relationship to standing in a bright light, which feels good, but not all the time.
Nice comparison.
Cool.
Is James
know how
Andy for getting dumber too?
Yeah, I think they made it. You know how standing in a bright light feels good? Well,
sometimes.
It's always be like that.
Sometimes. Maddie says that she plans on leaving Twin Peaks tomorrow as she was only there for Laura's funeral. She kisses James on the cheek as a final goodbye. It was actually kind of hard for me to track like the conversation throughout this because it is dragged out for so long. They talk so slowly here. And also Angelo going absolutely nuts on the synthesizer during this scene too. Like the mix is cranked all the way up on whatever's coming out of the Korg, dude. It's so sick. We're just chilling here on the dock and Angelo's da 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 da. They're like
playing them out like they're at the Oscars or whatever. Wrap it
exactly.
up.
Please. Or it's just
here.
like you can imagine what they'd be talking about, right? Everybody, like, we don't want to write it all the way out.
Ben and Josie share a toast to the mill fire in his office. Josie reveals that she has the contract with Pete's signature, demanding her share of the insurance payout before she hands it to him. Ben says that he will pay her once he receives payment from the Icelandic investors, but she doubles down and refuses to leave. Ben suggests that she is being pressured by someone and reveals that he has compiled a file on her in his personal safe in the hotel, which will implicate her in the death of her husband, Andrew Packard. Josie counters with a safe deposit key of her own, which she says contains a file on all of Ben's shady doings, which will get him convicted as well. Ben admits that they are in a stalemate and then gives her the $5 million check from Mr. Tojimura. Josie hands him the contract and concludes their business. Ben congratulates Josie as she leaves. So this is a great head-to-head, like literally in the scene, but like the two of them really get to have fun with it. I like both Joan Chen and actor who plays Ben is Richard Beymer. Is great. Like they're both great. But I feel like it kind of looks like Joan Chen is trying not to laugh during this scene a couple times.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about this scene?
I mean, I noticed that too, but that's about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The amounts of money we've mentioned: $5,000 a month, $5 million from Tojimura.
Ooh, I'm seeing a pattern. The five man. Everyone in this town likes 5.
Hey, if it works.
Bobby and Shelley drunkenly celebrate Leo with a party full of streamers and balloons as he sits motionless at the kitchen table with a kazoo dangling from his mouth. Iconic scene. Hell yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Atticus, what do you think of this scene?
I liked it. I feel like I had kind of an odd viewing of falling asleep during this episode and then rewatching bits and pieces of it, or not bits. I watched the whole thing, but relapping on overlapping to rewatch part of it, and I feel like this was a scene that stood out.
Yeah. They chastise the vegetative man as a wife beater, drug dealer, and murderer, as Bobby says he deserves every bit of agony. Bobby and Shelley make out on the table in front of Leo, but Shelley is startled when she notices Leo turn his head to face her. Like he has like the kazoo in his mouth and he like makes the buzzing sound every time he exhales through it.
It really seems like it's like a loaded gun in the first act to have your villainous ex or your villainous husband just right there, just waiting to wake up. It's gonna happen by
asking for trouble. Yeah, the really tempting fate here. The lovers back away and apologize, not wanting to make his rehabilitation more difficult. Bobby decides to bring out a cake, but as he pats Leo on the shoulder, Leo falls face first into the cake. Whoops. Cooper notices Gordon in the lobby of the sheriff's office, apologizing for keeping him waiting. Gordon says he doesn't mind as he compliments the Twin Peaks police, then says he needs to speak to Cooper privately in Harry's office. Speaking loudly enough that everyone else in the station can hear through the closed door, Gordon reports that Albert thinks Cooper is in over his head with the Laura Palmer investigation. Gordon mentions his concerns as well, reminding Cooper about a previous assignment in Pittsburgh, before stating that he is here to ensure a similar situation doesn't happen again. Cooper reminds Gordon that aside from being wounded on his Pittsburgh case, the cases bear no similarities. Sure, I fell in love with a teenager there too, but these cases are totally different.
Stop it.
Cooper admits that although he may be tired, he is still perfectly fine to tackle the current case. Harry enters the office to point out how audible their conversation is before the two agents invite him in to hear another piece of information. Gordon reveals that an anonymous letter was sent to his office containing a card with the chess move P to K4 typed on it. Cooper realizes that this is an opening move against him from Wyndham Earl. Okay. So this scene is great. This is Kyle MacLachlan and David Lynch just chopping it up here. Like I could watch a 60-minute version of this scene.
Yeah.
This is great.
I think it's not people first, but being able to hear things humor is very funny. It's for me.
Yeah. And he's got those things cranked up to the max. I think this is where he tells Cooper that he reminds him of a small Mexican chihuahua.
Chihuahua, yeah.
So good. Ben invites Leland into his office, needing his help while Jerry is away, despite Leland's indictment in the murder of Jacques Renault.
Makes some weird comments about what Jerry's out doing, I believe. He's in Japan or something like that. Because he makes a comment about, and Jerry's probably visiting every single geisha within a 100-mile radius. Very weird.
He checks to make sure Leland is mentally well enough to take on a temporary position at the hotel again, which Leland assures him that he is. Ben explains the current conflict between the deals with the Icelanders and Tojimura, needing to buy some time to stall out the Icelanders to hear out Tojimura's offer. Leland suggests telling them that they need to resurvey the land following the fire and setting up inspection after inspection until Jerry's return. So this is where we see that Leland still has the stuff to be a slimeball lawyer. And this is where he says, dropping escrow into a black hole for 6 months, just talking shop, throwing jargon around. I love that. That's just a good time.
Just lawyer
also
things.
just silly lawyer things.
Just lawyer stuff.
Leland inspects that stuffed white fox distractedly midway through, like Ben explaining stuff. That was a good moment too. But yeah, Leland's got he's back, baby. Harry arrives at Josie's cabin as she is leaving, introducing Jonathan as her assistant, Mr. Lee. She tells Harry that she has to leave and that she has sold the mill. She tearfully apologizes as Jonathan briefly returns. Harry begs her to stay, telling her that he loves her, but she continues to walk away despite more hesitation. Oh, these poor kids. I feel like they had something real there. Feel bad for them. Oh well. Ben wines and dines Tojimura and attempt to know him better, but Tojimura threatens to withdraw his offer if a deal is not made. The discussion is halted as Leland begins singing in the dining room, much to Ben's annoyance. Tojimura sits at the bar, watching Ben try to get Leland off the stage, as Pete also tries and fails to chat with him.
Yeah. Awesome. The drinks are back 2 weeks in a row. Totally Pete's on my style of drinking. He first offers Tojimura, would you like a sake? Tojimura's like, no. And he's like, how about milk? And then
shows him
with a big mug of milk, which is Ben approved. Ben approved.
Yeah. That's your move.
I was drinking
crazy.
my alcoholic milk earlier, the classic White Russian, but Pete's on another level of literally just.
I'll have a White Russian, hold the Kahlua and vodka, please.
Oh my
God. Back at the police station, Gerard, Atticus, any thoughts about the scene between like Pete, Tojimura, it's not karaoke, but Leland singing.
I feel like it was like a that felt like it could have been season 1, like height of season. Or not. I'm not saying that we're in a dip yet because I don't know about that, but it did feel very like unadulterated, straight Twin Peaks vibing.
It does. I agree. This episode hits the heights that you really want this show to, and this scene is part of that.
I gotta ask you again, Atticus, the weekly. What's up with Tojimura? Any new ideas?
Like, what is this? What is the scheme?
Just any ideas? Any ideas about the character, what they're up to, stuff like that?
I don't know. Still just, he's got something way beyond me, way beyond Ben and Jerry,
He seems very desperate to get that land. Or not, maybe desperate's not the right word, but like coming in, swooping in, kind of sight unseen, dropping in, like because the Icelandic deal was a kind of a big plot point the first season, and then just out of nowhere. And Ben is trying to do his due diligence here. Feel him out. Well, why are you randomly dropping this? Back at the police station, Gerard begs the officers for access to his medication, claiming to feel the change. Gordon announces that Gerard's medicine contains traces of haloperidol, a drug used to suppress the side effects of schizophrenia. Cooper tries to interrogate Gerard, refusing Harry's attempts to medicate him. Check out this FBI trick. We simply don't give the medication that the suspect needs.
Get him to talk some sense, you know? Just refuse to give him medication.
All right. I'm going to talk through the end of the episode here because this is kind of a major scene. So buckle in here. Gerard begins spasming and growling before sitting back up, seemingly as a completely different man. This personality introduces himself as Mike, an inhabiting spirit inside Philip Gerard, the host, likening the process to that of a parasite. Mike reveals that Bob was his familiar, looking for fun, but can't tell Cooper where he came from. Bob and Mike are similar beings, feeding off of fear and pleasures, and were once partners. Mike claims to have seen the face of God and was purified, cutting off Gerard's arm as a sign of devotion, remaining close to him ever since. He only occasionally possesses Gerard for one sole purpose, to stop his former partner. Mike points out that the man on the wanted poster is Bob's true face, but only the gifted and the damned have ever truly seen it. Cooper asks if Bob is near them now, and Mike replies that he has been in Twin Peaks for nearly 40 years, in, quote, a large house made of wood, end quote, with many similar rooms. Cooper realizes where Bob currently is, somewhere within the halls of the Great Northern Hotel.
Does he realize, or is he just, I wonder if it's this place? You know?
Yeah.
Well, we all understood what just happened here. Andy, you say it out loud. You explain it all to us.
So the sound design of this scene, it is extremely good. Atticus, is it like a flanger they put on Gerard's voice there as he's going into, as he's shifting into mic mode or something? It sounded really cool, like almost like chorus effect or something.
I'm listening to it now. It might just be reverb, even.
Just reverb,
but.
Okay.
I might have to do some research and see, but it could be something weird. It is cool.
Al Strobel?
You guys didn't have the yakety sax cut like me explaining it.
Al Strobel as Philip Gerard here goes crazy. Goes beast mode, I should say. Like the shift from Gerard to Mike here, and he has like this extremely deep voice is awesome. And we sure get a lot of I said lore before, but I guess lore is maybe but like what Mike is a new being. Bob was Mike's familiar. He can't tell him. He can't say where he's from. Mike has seen the face of God and was purified, cutting off Gerard's arm as a sign of devotion. Their former partners. It's there's so much going on here. Gifted and the damned.
Whoa.
What do we make of all this?
You know,
how
I
we're
gotta say,
feeling?
we talked about this in our last series too. I'm a big fan of characters with the same name as other characters. We got our second Mike. Maybe they're the same Mike. Maybe it turns out that the other Mike is actually
we got two Bobs and two Mikes.
An incredibly important Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great though. It's very fun to, more mysticism entering the story, I suppose. Another level of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of nice to have a little bit of just like, here's what it, they didn't obviously explain everything, but it is kind of nice to have a little bit of like, here's what's going on a little bit, instead of like, sometimes I think these types of shows can breadcrumb a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a little bit of burst of, here's the stage a little bit.
Yeah. And like to make the comparison to Lost here, this would be an episode where like we learn about like what's going on the island. We get like a big insight into like why the bunker is there or something. This is the lore, which is it's interesting to compare the shows, and of course there are a lot of comparisons you could make, but I think a big thing about them is that like what kept me, I was very interested in Lost because I liked the characters, but like I was so interested with the mystery of the island, right? Like, and I mean that's very forefronted as like this is what might drive you forward. Here in Twin Peaks, I kind of I don't start any of these episodes being like, God, I really hope they get to the bottom of this finally. Like I'm totally content to just hang out in the vibe or with the characters. They could like never solve this thing as far as I'm concerned. They're just it's just fun to be in the world. And so like and I almost like forget that like, oh yeah, I guess there is like a big like spiritual mystery or something happening here.
Yeah.
That all right.
To be fair, the characters often seem to forget this as well.
Yes.
That there's a murder we're trying to solve.
Yeah.
But I agree completely.
Apparently all of the lore ends up making sense. Who Mike and Bob and all of this, like you can really do a deep reading and all of this, and I would love to really go deep on it. But okay. Anyway, any other observations from the episode?
Unlike Lost, where they'll just be like, this character named Jesus has a very biblical in Twin Peaks. It's not clear who from the Bible is Bob, or Mike, or potentially another religious text. Perhaps there's a Mike in the Quran, for example. Don't know.
Mm-hmm. Big Mike. I think who's the true descendant of Big Mike. It's a big issue for a while.
Often the temples of Tibet. Perhaps there's a Mike as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get into superlatives here. Maybe I need to rewatch the episode. I'm not seeing any standout wool is the thing. And I don't want to necessarily just like hand out like the wool trophy
every time
willy-nilly if there
deserved.
Only when it's deserved. Leo's party outfit is great. That's not wool necessarily, but like
skipping a little bit around. Wow, I can't believe I'm blinking. What's Laura's cousin's name?
Maddie
has a wool coat as she says goodbye to James.
Okay.
Perhaps she could be considered today.
I mean, if it's going to be her last time that we see her, I'll give her an honorable mention for all of the episode. But yeah, I'm not particularly moved about any wool garments this episode, which is really going to be my only knock on this episode, because this is a great one. Otherwise, there are so many outstanding. One small quibble, 0 stars. There are so many outstanding performances in this episode. I like throughout the episode, like a scene would happen, I'd be like, okay, it's Richard Beymer is the star of this episode, and like, Joan Chen is the star of this episode. No, Gerard is the star of the episode. But I mean, if we're being real here, you can't not give it to David Lynch as Gordon Cole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, just goated. Absolutely transcendent performance here as Gordon Cole. So fun. I mean, feel free to nominate other performances here too, or shaft them out. But I mean, that's just like
it's hard not to like
Titanic.
the new thing too. It's hard not to like the new thing, but he deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like as I'm going through, like I feel like Ben. Richard Beymer is like really killing it as Ben every time he's on screen. And so like when he gets like he gets to have like head to head with Josie earlier, like that they both got to chew up a lot of scenery and really go for it, and like that's a good showcase for both those actors. I mean, it's an episode chock full of great performances. Ben, what are you rating this episode?
I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Atticus?
I'm gonna say 4, and just on the bull, the part of the conversation that I'm most, laser focused on. Cooper is still wearing last episode's sneak outfit for a portion of time. So I don't know if that interests you at all.
The sweater is good. I can't, but like, it's about new, new wool is what's exciting to me. Change your damn clothes, filthy animal.
Maybe it's merino, stinkless, anti-stink.
Nah, he's stinking that up. He's getting his pomade on that. He's getting that Dapper Dan all over it. Yeah. I'm gonna give this episode a 5. I think the Gordon Cole scenes and the Gerard scene at the end, like really elevate this episode to like this one had me kind of pumping my fist and like delighted as much as any other episode has delighted me. So, want to shout out everyone who's involved in this, and so I think this is my first non-Lynch 5. Atticus, who killed Laura Palmer?
Bob.
Oh, that's what you've been saying for 4 months now.
And I'll give it a 4-star. I'll give it a 4-star.
Okay. Very good. Any other outstanding threads we need to mention about this episode before we conclude?
Don't think so.
Alrighty. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today, and thanks everyone for listening to the show. Check us out over on patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton for more of our stuff. To support us, support the show, we appreciate you tuning in. Rate and review us. Is that a thing people do anymore?
Review each of us independently.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Please
definitely don't do that. Yes. Next week, we will be watching season 2, episode 7. See you then. Bye. This is a brand new Extra Good podcast. Learn more at brandnewextragood.com.